Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
Welcome to Turning Point with Patrice Williams.
We can be whatever we dream.
Enhance the way you think about successful entrepreneurship, empowerment, and politics to live your best life.
Fulfill the highest, truest expression of yourself.
And now your host, the authentic, impactful influencer and coalition builder, Patrice Williams. Go!
Hello, this is Patrice Williams with Turning Point, and today is the day after Inauguration Day, the day after. And I feel like I woke up smiling yesterday morning at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, I got up, took a shower, 3 a.m., took a shower and put on my clothes so I could be prepared for Inauguration Day that I watched on TV and on this computer, and but I was ready hours in advance with my pearls and Converses. If you were ready with your pearls and Converses, you put in the interactive stream, and we're going to acknowledge you in a little bit. But today we're going to have on my good friend, Christina Harbridge. I'm going to bring her on.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
You know, when I see you, I just smile.
Ditto.
When I see you, I smile. So I am going to tell everyone a little bit about you. So I'll just let you blush and carry on while I read your your bio.
I'll just play a game of foosball while you talk.
Or you can do that. I go on. Give me a second. Where did your bio go? I just had it.
It starts with I'm 6'4". That's the first sentence.
That's the first sentence?
I'm 6'4". That's how it starts.
You know what? You at any size is the amazing you. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. Positive social change requires a multi-pronged organizational approach of infiltration, protest, artistry, and disruption. Christina Harbridge has spent her life promoting change inside of systems and empowering transformational leaders to multiply their impact. In 2002, she taught the first Emerge California cohort and every cohort since, and has been on the board of Emerge America, a political training organization for women. Christina has helped thousands of Democratic candidates to win office. Her latest book, Swayed, How to Communicate for Impact, hit #1 in the conflict category on Amazon. As the founder and CEO of Allegory, a behavioral leverage company, Christina partners with organizational leaders to amplify their ability to work with and through others, and to achieve better outcomes through more effective communication and better cross-functional relationships. Her coaching and group events are based on human psychology and somatic linguistical practices. Christina's methods are tried, tested, and often involve seemingly incongruous things like empathy and debt collection. Disgusted by predatory behavior in the 1990s, Christina infiltrated the collections industry and founded her own agency based on the unorthodox tactics of kindness and helping people. These values and relationship-centered approach resulted in a 3 times higher return and an occasional wedding invitation. Simon Sinek wrote about Christina's techniques in his book, Start with the Why, by Mike Maddox in Plain D, Maria Ross in The Empathy Edge, and Christine Altoff in Launching Wild Female. Christina has co-authored software, served as a NASA test subject, and helped to design, permit, fund, and wield several large-scale public art sculptures, including the Bay Lights. She spends her free time skiing and surfing with her son. That's a bio. I need to work on mine.
You're amazing.
Well, that's the bio, but I like the one. I'm gonna do my add-on, my personal add-on.
All right, do it.
Okay.
My face, I'm blushing so much. It's like I'm hot. I can't tell if it's menopause or being embarrassed.
Being embarrassed.
Yes.
So here's my short one, and you've heard this one. I'm clearing it. I knew I was called to run for office, but I had a problem that I had to overcome. I was an introvert. Every time I would speak in a room for more than 4 people, literally my voice would shake and my knees would knock. Christina helped me find my strength and my voice. Because of you, I'm now able to speak to thousands of people. So that's the first time you've heard that on our Clubhouse room, but I've never been able to look you in the eye and tell you that.
I have a snot bubble now.
You've changed my life. And I'm just going to let you sit in that. Be involved if you want to. I don't care. You have changed my life. And what I know is that I'm not the only one. So thank you.
Thank you. You have changed mine.
That's impossible.
It is not. And I think anyone in the comments section can tell a story about Kay Patrice doing something that profoundly improved their lives. Much love and respect to you, my friend.
Oh, okay. So we're going to stop crying and carrying
So
on.
that's done. You know we're always going to cry together. So it's good. Magical power of crying.
So on the right side of our screen, but there is a chat box, and we can see all of your chats from multiple streams, including Facebook, including LinkedIn, YouTube, from multiple platforms. If you can see us, you say hello. Join me in saying hello to my friend, Christina Harbridge, and I'm going to be bringing you, shouting you out during the program. Lisa is the first one to say that she is happy to see you and to welcome here to the program. We also have Guadalupe. She is saying hello. We have Mary Ellen Jones. Oh, what an impressive bio. Embrace your greatness, Christina. Don't
Thank
you be embarrassed. Embrace it.
Right on.
Mm. Ah, and what a beautiful tribute. What, me crying? Oh,
Okay, Patrice, you better not discount crying. You know what I'm going to do with that.
right.
Crying is good.
Crying is good. You just have to pull through it. You just have to pull through it.
If we had more politicians crying, we would have a much better world.
Mm,
Let's just say.
let's just say it. I don't know if you remember Akiba.
I do. My son, I wish my son was sitting here. He would be so excited.
You remember her in class?
Yes. Yeah.
Akiba, that was 3 years ago, and my hairs are standing up on my arm, thinking about some of the moments that you had. So beautiful.
Right.
So beautiful. And thank you. Aw, Akiba, we haven't seen each other in a long time. Okay, so you all know that we see you in the chat, and now we're going to chat. We're going to have the conversation. Yesterday was an amazing moment. We saw our first woman vice president.
Yeah.
You have spent years working with women candidates. That moment for you, I want to know, what was that moment for you?
Wow. It's knowing that the more we have transformational women leaders in positions of power, it's the impact. That moment was about the impact that has already happened, that led to the moment, and what's going to happen. So an example would be knowing how often the Vice President of the United States today, how often she helped other women in their journey. All I kept thinking about are all the examples and stories that when she said in a video, I maybe the first, I won't be the last, that the integrity of that last part, knowing all that she has done to make sure she's not the last. That moment was just about all the women I know that don't talk about it, they freaking do it. And that sentence, I kept, with my son, I just kept crying about the leverage that's about to happen. Every woman we put in a position of power means we put more women in a position of power. Like it's a multiplicative thing. And knowing what she has done for all of us, I'm just moved by it, by what's about to happen. I can't sleep.
Well, I didn't tell you, but we're going to be, well, we can't call it Zoom bomb. Let's say turning point bomb. We're going to be turning point bombing you. We're going to have special, our special guests, special friends that's going to come in, and join. And I see one of my favorite people. Hello.
Oh my gosh, Anne!
Hi, Christina.
Hi.
Oh, so good to see you in person, kind of.
So good to see you. We have to rent a big giant city when all this is over and get together.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're doing well. I've been following you on Facebook, and I know you've made some changes in your life, and seems to be very positive. So that's wonderful. Yeah.
So for everyone that is watching, we have County Supervisor.
Look, I got all my signs behind me.
Just in case you can't see them. County Supervisor.
And they're not all mine, actually. One is my dad's. Oops,
Nice.
Talk about this. Hannigan Country. And then the white one with the red lettering was his father's.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
He was elected county coroner in the late 50s, early 60s.
Oh my gosh.
What is your daddy's name? What is
Tom
his
Hannigan.
Tom Hannigan. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he was Fairfield. I grew up in Fairfield. He was city council, mayor, supervisor of Solano County, and then spent 18 years in the state assembly as the floor majority leader under Willie Brown. So, yeah,
Mm.
long elected history. First woman in the family, but yeah.
Oh
I don't
my.
think I'm the last either.
You don't think you're the last woman in the family?
In my family to run for office, yeah. Maybe
Okay.
in my generation, but not. There's a lot of motivation. My daughter, but also my niece, who's graduating from high school and going to college and wants to major in poli-sci and the whole bit. So we'll see what happens.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, Erin, what does Christina mean to you?
I was such a novice when I met Christina. I'm in the class of 2008, Emerge class. Yeah, 12 years ago. And I had just won my first election to the city council in Vallejo. And I remember applying for Emerge, going, why am I doing this? I'm already running. Nah, 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 nah. And I put it in anyway, and I gave it my all. And it was the best thing that ever happened. But Christina was on the first day. And I don't know if that's your thing, but I remember being, oh my gosh, I made so many mistakes, but I learned a lot. And about public speaking and putting your heart into it, and, organizing your comments. And I really appreciate what you brought to the training at Emerge. It's one thing for us to feel like we have a voice. It's another thing to actually share that voice and ensuring that what it is we share is digestible and is relevant, and it's moving forward, not necessarily a repeat of things. I mean, how are we going to continue to do things better? And so I take a lot of those to heart, a lot of your training to heart every time I go to speak. Still nervous as all get out, but I've gone away from writing everything down, which I used to do, to just a few little notes. And then I've worked, Patrice and I were on the trail last year together.
That was pretty amazing. Watching you was really inspirational, magical. I would watch you I would imagine, I imagine watching your brain processing and just the way you put together your thoughts and how succinct you were and relatable. You would bring a point you would say a point and you would bring it and make it relevant. Like you really are just a beautifully skilled.
Yeah. Well, it's helpful when you've done the job for 8 years too. I just started my third year on the board of supervisors.
Wow.
My third term. So.
And Supervisor Erin, you also have an ability, I remember, of pressure is clarifying for you. There's something about pressure that gets you clear. And we so need people in office that get clear when there's pressure, because that's what the job is. So nervousness is good. I think it's good when we're nervous. It's what we do with it.
Yeah.
You're badass at that. Oh,
I think it fires her up.
This has been a really trying year. I mean, on so many levels. Yeah. But in communicating, and being critical of how our county communicates. And that for me was a real eye-opener as to, what it is we were and weren't doing in terms of sharing about the virus and the pandemic, and what does that mean for stay at home, and how does that look? And we don't have an expert at our county, which we're going to rectify that. And we have a PR person, but more of a generalist. I can do the press release, I can put all that out, but can you actually speak to people? Can we I mean, I find myself talking to, actually identifying who's going to speak to the public for the county. It can't be this person because they're so dry and intelligent and, it all sits in here and it comes out gray. We need somebody dynamic who's going to inspire people. And anyway, it's been an interesting year that way.
Well, you have that Dr. Christina Wu. She is something else.
Right.
Yeah. Erin, you have this way of bringing and inspiring women into the political process. I remember a few years ago, you were speaking at Women in Business, maybe with the Vallejo Chamber at the Hilton. And I remember, there were young girls there and all of us, it was a bunch of us. And we were just, I don't even know if you realized it, but we were, my pearls are flopping around. You just have this way of making us feel like we can do it.
Because you can.
Beautiful way about it. Mm-hmm.
Get that self-talk out of your head. And I think that's one of the things, Christina, you brought. Well, it was one of the first things I learned from Emerge, and I could totally relate to it because this man, my dad, was one of them who said, when I announced that I wanted to run for city council, oh, don't do that. You've got your family, you've got your job, you have your husband. I was mortified. My mother had passed away like 2 months before I announced I was going to do this. And that was a lot of the catalyst for me running. And it was a 2-hour phone call with my dad. And I was like, Dad, I wish Mom was here to slap you, to tell you, look, if your daughter wants to do this, you need to let her do this and support her. And by the end, he's like, I'm all in, whatever you need, let me know. And it was fine. But that's what I share with women and girls is get rid of that self-talk of, that's not that's negative. You can't do it for whatever reason. Well, what are all the reasons you can do it? Because you're passionate about it, because you know a lot about it, or you have great friends and ideas and people will help you. I mean, bring those thoughts into your mind, not the I can't do it because of fill in the blanks.
It's so true.
Because that's what I told my dad. He ran his first run for office. I was the oldest of 3 kids. I was 5 years old. My baby sister, the baby was a baby. She was literally an infant. And I said, did you ever look at Mom and say, I don't know if I should do this because, we have these kids and I've got this job. None of that ever happened.
Yeah. And so well-intended people often criticize women candidates because of their own fear and worry. But we don't accept it that way. We accept it as truth rather than it's that person processing their own fear. And I love that you didn't listen to it and just pushed back.
Well, I actually had a conversation with him many years later. He's since passed. And I said, why did you do that? And he goes, well, I was really afraid for you, because you're going to get beat up. People aren't going to like you.
Yeah. I love what Tiffany said. I love what Tiffany said in the chat. Dads just worry about their babies. But they form it in this way that makes us worry about ourselves instead of seeing it as their worry. It's not ours. I love that example.
Yeah.
Oh, what a surprise to see you.
You too, Christina. And I understand. Well, we'll have to talk offline because
let's do it.
I think I might drive by you on a fairly regular basis.
Come visit.
That's good. That's good. And Erin, you have a lot of love on the chat. Tiffany Jones is hey. We have Jennifer Barton. She is saying, well done.
Oh, ladies, love you. And Miss Natalie, my new cousin, Natalie. I love her. She's an Emerge candidate this year.
Yes. Yeah, Tiffany Jones says dads just worry about their babies.
Yeah, Tiffany knows too.
People often ask me why I'm not worried, and I always say, Emerge women. Whenever I get worried, I just think of the names of the women in this chat and on this video, and I know that we are making massive progress. We just don't always talk about it. We do it. It's getting it done.
Yeah, I was telling a longtime friend of my mother's who's been texting me over over the last 5 years. I could finally wake up this morning, and I'm going to be honest about this and not wish him dead, Trump. I mean, I literally woke up every morning and was hoping when I looked at my news feed, he died. Somehow, I mean, maybe he just didn't wake up or he fell. I don't know. However it happened, he was no longer going to be, because the fear I have, and I think a lot of us have had, I mean, over 80 million of us had it, is he was going to destroy our country and we would never be able to recover. 4 years was untenable, but 8 years would have been, oh,
I know. And he
now
did.
I could sleep like a baby.
Yeah. And positive social change only really happens when discomfort is distributed.
Yeah.
So the last 4 years has distributed the discomfort that many have been in for the entirety of our country.
Yeah.
And so I do agree with you that another 4 years, I don't know that we could have survived. We would have, because we have each other. But I do think I hope that people stay engaged, that were uncomfortable this last 4 years that weren't in the past. I just hope everyone stays engaged, that we're really at a moment where we can be who we say we are as a country.
Yeah.
Well, the agenda already looks great.
I was so excited about the pronouns on the White House website. I was like, yes, I have to within the first hour.
I can't wait to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful change. And in so many ways, so many firsts, so many, really sharp minds and people who have the best interest of the country at heart in leadership roles. I look at President Biden in some, he's similar to my father, certainly in age he would have been, and in mannerisms and that sort of statelyhood type of person. And while I was much more interested early on in Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg and some of the other young up and coming stars, I feel a lot more comfort with the Joe Biden who knows, who has absolutely shown us that he is a man of diversity and is supporting those up and comers. He may be the stalwart, I've done this before, I know how to pull the levers and who to talk to and this, that, and the other. But he's going to bring all these new people up with him. And that to me is so exciting for our country. So exciting. Experts all over the country, primarily California. We can be thankful for that. But, are going to be in this administration.
And he picked the best person for the job, who is also my presidential candidate. But he picked the best person for the job who took him out during a debate. Who
laid him
really took him out. And the fact that we have somebody willing to still do the right thing and pick the best person for the job, despite any ego, I am just, I'm so profoundly excited about what this administration is going to do. The openness to hear the truth and not cower from it, and still put her in the position of power that she deserves.
Yeah, and maybe even number 47.
Yes.
Now we're all going to party.
Okay.
Tiffany Jones said, Biden is comfort. He is like a grandpa. Make everything better.
Yeah. I feel like he's who we need at this moment, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you, are you gonna hang out with us? Or are you passing through?
I was going to pass through. I just got done with a big walk with my new, I have a new husband. Not that
I
I
saw
left home,
that.
but-
Congratulations.
Yes.
So we just came back from a big walk. Our goal is to get over 6,000 on average steps a day. So we're trying to keep that up. Day 21.
You two will get that done for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
So good seeing you, Christina.
good to
I
see
will
you.
connect with you in other ways. Kate Patrice, thank you for the invite.
Oh,
And to
thank you
everybody,
for
I love you
coming.
all. Miss Jennifer, I see you, and Tiffany and Lisa. Oh my gosh, good to see you all. Oh yeah, Amanda Gorman. What a star. Oh, I was in tears pretty much all day, but
Best part of the whole thing for me. That was incredible. You know, and knowing her story, and just it was profound.
yeah.
And so I posted last night that there's moms. I can't get through this without crying. I know last night there were kids in this country telling their mom, I don't want to do speech therapy anymore. I'm tired of it. And the mom said, let me show you an inauguration of 2 people today who are able to transform the power of thought into words so beautifully. So inspired by that.
Yeah. All right. Amazing. On that note, I don't know how
So
to get
good to
out of
see
here.
you.
Oh, just click on the X button in your navigation bar where it says
Okay.
Live Studio.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Mwah.
And then X.
Okay.
That was a surprise. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've seen her for 10 years. It's been forever.
Yay. Oh my goodness. Now I have to get myself together now.
Can I say one other thing about Amanda? I could say many things about this incredible human yesterday.
Mhm.
Her ability to pause with everything that was going on around her, to pause in a moment, to really sit in a seat and be in that moment. I've watched it probably 5 times. The authenticity of the way she delivered poetry that people will talk about 100 years from now. When you watch it, just watch her like adjustment. You know, I was irritated that they didn't move the microphone, that they didn't say her name. So there's like little irritations I had when she went up of other people, but she just kept pulling us deeper into the moment as she delivered something that we all know will be in the history books. So I encourage everyone to watch her presence and authenticity, not letting the moment eclipse her presence. So powerful.
I'm gonna go back and watch it because it was in the background as I was doing other. I'm gonna be present and watch it.
Yeah. It was. Even talking about it now, when we're done, I'm going to go watch it again because it is the beauty of a powerful soul being completely authentic and not fake and just bringing us into the moment and being who she is. And I highly recommend everyone go order her books because I want to make sure we support her.
Absolutely. So so I know that your passion is to help Democratic women run and win their elections.
Yeah.
How does that feel in this moment?
Well, it has been what I've spent most of my time on the last 30 years. So at least 20 volunteer calls a week. Like my goal is in any way that is possible to accelerate the outcome she is optimizing for. So And I get so much more from it than I give. Like I get 100 times more. Every call gives me more back. And I think in this moment, what I'm hoping it means is two things. More women run, which I think is happening. But even more important to that is that we form a squad, that women who are elected spend more time together advancing things that we care about. We need to do more together. And so getting the mayors together, getting a mayor and a school board member together. I just think more can be done when we leverage our relationships. And women have a tendency to do. We're doers. We're not talkers. And so I don't know that we're doing enough. I don't want to use the word backroom deal because it has a negative connotation, but we're not using each other the way that we could. So somebody trying to push something on a school board is going to do the work rather than reach out to other women to help accelerate that work. And I just think this moment, in answer to your question, is an opportunity for us to do more of that, to do more squad work.
I love
instead of solo work.
it.
Like just reach out to each other. I love when women reach out to me to ask for help and they apologize for it. We got to stop that. Just got to stop that. I'm not helping her. I'm advancing the movement I care about. I'm investing in the movement. She's not asking me for help. She's tapping into a resource to accelerate what we all want. And this moment requires we rethink that. Women don't ask, we're not asking for help. And I'm blathering on and on, but there's like, even for fundraising, you're not asking me for money. You're giving me an opportunity to invest in something I care about. And that is what this moment is about, I feel, for us, is to really rethink how we use each other.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's tell everyone about our work at Clubhouse. If you all are watching, I want you to, whoever is on Clubhouse, I want you to tell us on the stream.
If you're not on Clubhouse, if you send me, I have some invitations I can give. So if you're not on Clubhouse, you can send me your cell phone. I'll try to get you an invitation.
And I'll do the same thing. So we have some invitations. So send me a direct message as well. In between the both of us, we'll work on that. We'll work on that.
We want to flood Clubhouse with transformational leaders in politics, and we've created a space for us to meet and work on things together. And so we really want to make sure that women's voices, progressive Democratic women, are on that app.
Right. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can get on, we're going to help you get on Clubhouse. Now, if you have an Android, the platform is in beta right now, and they're looking to expand it to Android in a few months, is what I'm hearing. But for right now, iPhone, iPad only. Okay, so know that. And also, by the way, Gethsemane is our school board trustee in Benita. She is on the line, and she says, "Squad work, love it." And she's coming through. You're going to meet her. She's she was on Clubhouse, and you're going to meet her. She's in an incoming emerge.
Yay! Oh, I'm so excited to meet you on Sunday.
So I'm looking for the name of the club room.
The club room is right now it's Get Democratic Women Elected. We've requested a change to Get Women Elected because it's easier to say, but we're only working on Democratic women. And
Yeah.
I'm just 1 minute, Kay Patrice. Kay Patrice, the only person on the planet I think that could have got me on Clubhouse doing this is Kay Patrice. So I got on it. I was feeling shy about it. And she and I are collaborating on this idea of, instead of me doing 20 individual calls, which I love doing, group closed rooms with candidates where we can have real conversations live, audibly, and coach each other. And so people can watch and learn from each other. Instead of 20 individual calls, if we did 10 events with candidates where we're supporting each other, it's going to get more acceleration of the learning, but more important, it's going to build the squad. And that's, the more we know each other and can swarm when something's happening, swarm around each other. That's really the intent of this. And it is because of Kay Patrice it's happening. So I just need to honor you for pushing me to do it. And she held my hand through the whole thing, the first few that I did. So I so appreciate you for that.
You heard my intro. You have the fact that I get to work with you and watch you help build women to be who they're supposed to be and do what they're supposed to do. I will take that ticket any day. Wherever you go, you need me, I am a phone call away.
And there's something about voice. So I'm saying this to everyone listening. Facebook, social media, typing is cool. Like, it's good, we stay connected. But when you hear someone's voice, there's such the deep connection we have as a squad when we hear each other. When that person's voice describes what they're saying, it is something that can change the way our day feels. So when we do these, I go in tired and hangry, and I leave like so profoundly moved.
Me too.
Yeah.
It changes. I guess it shifts vibrational energy. I guess. I don't know.
And women deserve that. We deserve having voices that remind us of our magic. Love you, Tiffany.
Bye, Tiffany. Go to work. Yeah, I agree. Well, let's see. We have, I think I'm echoing. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So I don't see any new chat. So with Clubhouse, we've explained it a little bit. We want people to join the platform, and also let us know if they need an invite. You're going to be on there doing regular meetings. I think right now Thursdays at 6. Wednesday
at 6.
Yeah, I have something else Thursdays at 6. Okay, so Wednesdays at 6, and we're doing that call to action to get on Clubhouse. If you have an iPhone, iPad, to follow you until you make an announcement about more ways, because we're gonna consolidate those 20 hours to where you're helping to 3 or 4 a week. So you're with that amazing young man that needs more of you.
Yay.
You get to do both.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
And I think you really bring up an important point for all of us on this call to think about, is how we leverage ourselves. I do know that a lot of candidates that I work with, a woman on this chat has 4 children, and she's wanting, and she does volunteer work for other women's campaigns, and I do think for 2021, if we can all think about 2021 as our year of dreams, and how we leverage our activity, finding a squad, really helping each other. One of our candidates in Emerge, a woman went over and did her laundry for her. That's a squad, man, because the little conversations you have while doing that work, that is leverage. Like, these are ways that we can really help each other.
Mm-hmm.
I just encourage us to not see it as asking for help. I'm being repetitive, but I think that's one of our biggest hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
It's leverage.
You know, there's something else that you're doing that's pretty amazing. And people need to go to your Instagram page.
Oh, yeah. I forget about all these things.
And click on your you have a link tree.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is connecting volunteers, people that want to get behind these amazing candidates to candidates.
Yes. So when I know all these brilliant experts who are in politics, that when they read the headlines, they want to do more than donate to a campaign. So I thought, what if I do a dating service for candidates and experts and match them up? So we've matched up like 5 pairs already. I need a writer. Oh, this woman just said she would do writing for you. I need this. So if you're a candidate, fill out what you need. We'll try to find volunteers for you. If you're somebody who has an expertise and you want to volunteer some time, it asks you how much time do you want to volunteer, and we'll pair you up. We're not going to reach out to you unless we find a pair because we don't have time.
Right.
But I love this idea. This is leverage. So the people that want to help, but they don't know how, we're trying to make it really easy for them to help.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then I want you to talk just a few minutes about a special book that you wrote, Suede.
Yay! I will. So someone very dear to me encouraged me to write it. And it's called Suede. And it's about one model that helps increase understanding when communicating. And it's more natural to the way most of us naturally talk. So the key to influence, in my view, is to be the exact same person you are with your closest friends on a good day. So how do you do that? It walks you through ways, different kinds of communication, and how to use one model, not 20. That's too much to remember. But when I'm talking to my kids, how do I use this model? When I'm doing public speaking, how do I use it? When I'm having conflict. So each chapter is how to deploy one idea instead of giving 10 ideas that we can't remember when the fur is flying. And
Right.
so I am really surprised that we've sold as many as we have because we didn't publicize. I unfortunately was diagnosed with breast cancer right when we were launching it. So I didn't do all the launch. All of it just happened with people telling people about the book, which was amazing. Like, it was such an organic growth thing.
But people can buy it on, would they buy it on Amazon, or is there?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's on Better World Books. So if you look up, you can just go to my link tree. And I think it links to Better World Books,
Okay.
but you can also find it on Amazon.
Okay. But is it better for you if we buy it through Better World Books?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. I want people to buy it wherever I just do Better World Books because I want to support independent bookstores. But a lot of people buy it on Amazon. We do, a lot of people buy 20 copies at a time. Reach out to me if you want to buy 20 copies because we'll give you a better deal. It's just easier. So if you're buying more than 20, just reach out to us.
Okay. So if someone in the community, Solano County, wants to buy 20 books to pass out to women that should be running for office, they should send you a message.
Yeah, they can just email me.
Okay.
Find my email. Everything's in that link tree on Instagram.
That sounds good. That sounds good. And just so you know, so I had a copy of Suede years ago when I was in Emerge. And so I read it, but put it back in the shelf because then I started running for office and I stopped reading. Except, unless it was something related to the county. And so I was talking to Mayor Sassoon City Mayor Lori Wilson, and telling her that I was doing an event with you on Clubhouse. She's like, "Oh, I want to be on." She said, she gave you the best testimonial for that book. She said, that book is everything. She said, go back and read it. I was like, go back and read it. I was like, go back. She said, you need to pick up that book and go back and read it. And so I'm going to go back and read it.
I love Lori, by the way. One of the things society has influenced women to do behaviorally without realizing it is for us to do communication strategies that are actually fake, that don't work for us. So, a lot of candidates, the real candidate is more electable than anything made up, but she's taught to craft her messages with buzzwords and in ways that doesn't resonate with her. So one of the things in that book is it gives you one way to, if we can talk the way we are with our closest friends, it's going to get our mojo up, and we're going to say things in a way that are repeatable. And that's what gets the woman elected, is that repeatable phrase that we didn't craft, that came from our passion. And we had examples of, a woman on Clubhouse. I don't want to repeat what she said because it's hers, but she had an epigram about why she was running for office that I will remember 40 years from now. It came out when she was just riffing. Not when she was selling, but when she was being her. Like she was in the feeling of why I'm running. It's because of this blah. That's the thing that is her campaign message. It's not messaging, it's pulling it out of us. So I'm excited for you to read the book again because it's fun.
I can't
to get back into our real goo as women.
Okay.
Not crafted.
I'm ready for all of that.
Yay.
Well, we are already at the top of the hour. Where does the time go?
I know. Love you.
I'm so happy. I love you. And the fact that you came in today, the day after Inauguration Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's do this. All of us.
Do it. We can. So everyone is just saying, hello, Natalie Hannigan. Beautiful. Looking forward to reading the book. Yes. Okay.
And anyone who has the book, we have a workbook that I can send you for free if you just email me. We have a workbook that will help you use it. Happy to send that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They get a workbook too?
Yeah. If you want a workbook, I'll send you one.
How do people track you down? Only through Instagram?
Yeah, you can, my email is the letter C at allegoryinc.com. If you go to Allegory Inc., there's a link you can click to.
Mm-hmm.
That's like or Instagram. It's the easiest way.
Yeah.
So if you want the workbook, just email me and I'll make sure we send it to you.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh my goodness. Well, don't go far. I'm going to put you in a green room and close out the show. And I can't wait. I can't wait to touch base with you.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone who's listening for all that you do in the world. You crawl on your belly over broken glass to make it better. It's very hard. You have a squad in me and Kate Patrice.
But don't call me at night.
Right. Don't call her at night.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye now. Okay. You just met my secret weapon. I would not be where I am today without Christina Harbridge. You just met her. She's touched many of us. I want you to follow her. I want you to connect with her on Instagram and join us on Clubhouse. So with that, you all have a wonderful weekend. Please like and share and comment. Sharing is caring. There are women in your life that needed to hear this message today. We need you to get the message out. With that, have a good one. This is Kay Patrice Williams with Turning Point. If you hold on, we have an outro coming to you. Hold on.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Turning Point with Patrice Williams.
Something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And never miss a podcast or live stream by visiting our website, imkpatrice.com, or connecting through social media at IamKPatrice on all platforms.